Jeanne Singhass has been keeping land hermit crabs for more than 25 years. She has been a member of the Land Hermit Crab Owners Society for 7 years, a local rep for the Crab Street Journal, and also a moderator for LHCOS. Jeanne is the proud owner of the foraging shop Because of Crabs and can be found on Etsy and Facebook. She is also an administrator in the Crabby Hermit and Crazy Crab Kids. Please welcome Jeanne Singhass.
Hi, and welcome to CrabCon 2023. And today I'm going to talk about what's that plant. We will be going over different apps. Most of the apps I have are on the Google Play Store for Android. Many of those are also on the Apple phone. I don't have an Apple phone, but on your the Apple Store, I believe it's called. And then I have a few things from friends that sent me where you could search directly from the Apple phone itself, and you can do that as well from the Android phone with the Google app, Google Lens. Remember that one. Okay, we're going to get started. Thank you for coming.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me, no one can guess what I came there to see.
I thought I would show you some of the various ways you can use your tablet, your computer, or your phone to search plants in your local area. I do a simple search. I put in plants or images of plants in West Virginia. Try to get it. You see it pops up lots of flowers right there, and each one will give a description of what that is. Don't just do one website. Check various websites to make sure you're getting a closest to correct ID that you can get. Let's see, if we tap on that one, it gets you information and where that plant is found. It says West Virginia native wildflower. So basically what you do is you find your search bar, you put in what you're looking for. Plants in, let's say you live in New Jersey. Plants found in New Jersey. You can put wildflowers found in New Jersey. Wildflowers found in Texas, New York. You could put mosses of the eastern United States, or lichens found in the United States. Let's say you're in Australia. You could put moss or lichens found in Australia, and that just gets you the ID. And after that, you need to look closer at an ID book, or not just a book that tells you whether or not it's safe for hermit crabs. I do have Stacy May's Fresh and Foraged Foods. Once you get an ID, this is a good reference. You open this up, and you can, it says, like, it's got more than just plants in it. This is the flowers and nuts section. And acorns, air plants, beach grass, bent grass. So they're not all going to be in here. But first you need to know what it is. Say if you go to a Facebook group and you go, what is this? Well, it's hard to tell from a picture sometimes. But you may not get a response for a couple hours, especially if it's on a weekend, like on a Sunday and people are busy, or a post needs to be approved. And if you do get several members telling you what something is, I'd say they tell you it's 10 different things. So you need to do your search, find out for yourself as much as you can. And then to know if it's safe, you can get this book, Land Hermit Crab Owners Society and the Crab Street Journal have safe food lists. And now in the Cottage Street Journal, we have a database. Stacy Griffiths put together a great database. So they're good references. In the new database from the Cottage Street Journal, you actually can put the plant name. You could pick whether or not you want to search trees, plants, flowers, just flowers. You can put in the scientific name or the family name or the nickname that you know it most by, the most common name. And it would tell you the degree of toxicity for each, if it's in the database. So that is how you use the books, this book, after you find an ID. This is a book from a good friend of mine, Sherry. She is a moderator in the Land Hermit Crab Owner Society. She sent me this book when I first started selling moss. And I'm not a scientist, but I love this book. My favorite part of this book, I'll show you. Common mosses of Northeast and Appalachians. Get to my favorite page. This much I can ID. It will say, pay particular attention to notes and arrows. Is your moss wet or dry? It can look different if it's wet or dry. Okay, so you need to know. And then it has these different keys. And you have to really sometimes use a microscope to identify moss. That's what sometimes I say, but it's a true moss. 99% safe. See the different illustrations? There's a page in here that's my favorite. I gotta find it. How to look at a moss. See? Microscope or little lens. You can even make a little collection in the woods. What are mosses? This is what I like. Spanish moss, not a moss. Reindeer moss, not a moss. That's lichens. Club moss, not a moss. It's a plant. It's a vascular plant. Green algae is not a moss. Liverworts is not a moss. There's hundreds of thousands of species not a moss. Okay? This is my favorite page. If you look really, really close, not all green things are moss. So peat moss are mosses. Peat moss you find at a hardware store, a place like that, isn't true moss. It's from bogs and it's been in there a while. It's not what you find in this book, as this peat moss is safe. And these are mosses. You see this picture? See the little frog? It says, not a moss. Isn't that cool? I like that. So you can use books. Some of the books on Amazon are to wildflowers, native plants, the West Virginia. Like I said, I can get things, most of our lands in West Virginia. We do visit people in Maryland and different places, or I have a friend that sends me things from South Carolina. So let's say I want a flower book from South Carolina. And everybody should know that if you're collecting or someone's collecting for you, it needs to be a pesticide-free environment. You don't want to put that in your crab enclosures.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me, no one can guess what I came there to see. There's a sun in the sky, there's a cloud drifting by, all kinds of birds make you wish you could fly. And in the distance I see someone waving at me. I hope that it's you, but who else could it be? I guess it would be nice to belong in your arms. I hope you feel the same way too. Na na
Now let's look at how to use the actual apps on a tablet or a phone. I have my tablet here, and hopefully it'll stay connected to the internet. And I have it on Mushroom, the Mushroom app. It's Picture Mushroom. And I'm going to scroll up. See where it has a little icon? You take a photograph. Okay, poke that photograph. And this, my aunt found in the woods and brought it to me. And we're going to show you how to ID that on the front. And then on the back, the fungus on the back. So I had to lay it down to get a picture. And then you hit done. You can gather more than one picture. Okay. If you look, you can't really see, but it is. It says turkey tail. And it tells you, it tells you mini zone polypore turkey tail fungus. And I can't pronounce the scientific name. You look it up, you can see that. It also tells you as do not use an app for eating or touching mushrooms because some mushrooms can be very poisonous. Please purchase edible and touchable mushrooms through regular channels. Okay, so that's how you use Picture Mushroom. Now we're going to go to a new one. So you push the camera button at the bottom. I'm going to turn this log over. Take a picture of that white fungus. Safe. And here we go. This says, let's see if it's right. Or close to what we think is right. It says netted crust. So, I'm trying to get it to show me some pictures. There's some photographs of what it would look like if this is what it is. Let's see where you would find it, what time of the year. This is on there. That's Picture Mushroom. You get quite a bit of information. Gives you the description of what it would look like, the crusted fungus. Now, whether or not you would go online after you get the information, you get the name and the scientific name, write it down, go onto your computer or your phone and search, and it'll bring up other pictures so you can get closer to a positive identification. And I repeat, do not touch, do not eat a mushroom, a wild mushroom if you don't know for sure. You know, if you're not seasoned in doing this and you don't know someone that is, just leave it go. But you can take a photograph of it where it's growing and find out what it is. So that is how you use the Mushroom app. Safe. When you pop up the page, it's going to show you some plants that other people have asked about and got how much of a percentage it was accurate. So you can also use those pictures. That's a great pinison. If you still have those growing, those are safe for hermit crabs. They smell so nice. You can either wash them and put them in like that, or you can dehydrate them and have some for later. So now we're going to hit the picture camera icon, and we can decide if we're going to go from our gallery to a photograph. Just because I picked this, we're going to go by a photograph. The flower that I want to use. Oopsies. Okay, so check mark that. And it's a little blurry. We'll pick flower and see if it gives us an ID. Oh, it's coming up. Look at that. Now, there are flowers that look like this flower. Okay, so this is saying it's a common milk thistle. What's not? Okay, it's hawksbeak, which isn't, I don't think it's safe. That's not what this is. It's not saw thistle. There you go, the bottom. Right there in the middle. Dandelion. And I know, because I picked it. You can also, if you add up the dandelion leaf in that picture, it would help you too. But that's what it is. It's a dandelion. So let's pick something else out of our bucket. These are leaves from a tree. Check mark and wait. It's a leaf. You can see how it's searching with a little plant down there. There's what it came up with. Flowering dogwood. And that is correct because we moved it from a dogwood tree in the woods, which is, they're good for hermit crabs, safe. Flowers, plant, tree. So that's what that is. And it'll give you different photographs. So there's other plants at the bottom, and that's not, no. Your top one, or say how much of a percentage. And they're saying 27% that is a flowering dogwood. I could tell you 100% it is because I picked it. We'll try this flower. It's not wilted. That's how it was. We're going to take a photograph of that. Okay, then you pick what you want to identify. So we're going to do flower. I'm not sure it's going to be right. No. It says poor man's orchid. That's not right because I know what it is. It's fleabane. My dog tries to eat it all the time. Yeah, fleabane. I don't think it's crab safe, but you have to look that up in the books and at the Crab Street Journal under the feeding guide and the new database. It's pretty because it's got pink and white daisy-like flowers on it. All right, so let's try another plant. It has a spot if you wanted to try a different part of the plant. So you can add it to that picture if you have more than one picture of a plant. Okay, let's try that. Check mark. Flower. It is a wall rocket. Field mustard. Field mustard is what it is. I mean, I've looked it up before. If you look at this. Yeah. And look at mine. Like I said, go online and confirm that. You would go online and look up field mustard blossoms and look at all the different pictures of those compared to yours. Even though they don't eat mustard, they may like those flowers, just the flowers. This plant, a lot of people will say, oh, it says it's safe in the safe food guides. It doesn't say the plant is. There it is. Because the plant, it says it's not. This is actually, I know what this is, but let's wait and find out. Okay. And a check mark. And let's go first with the flower. Then we'll go back and see about the leaf if we need to. It's garlic mustard. Let's see. There's a picture of it. Garlic mustard, but on has the flowers. According to the Crab Street Journal and different food lists, the garlic is not, but that the blooms are. And the blooms do not smell like garlic, so I think they might like that. I might try that on mine crabs. It's a very invasive plant, but you can't go around killing every plant. You'd be all day, all year. Because this is like on hundreds of acres, not just, it's not in my yard. Now, this is a very popular, well-loved crab bush or tree, but I didn't have any blooms because they froze. I did pick some, though, to sell before they froze. Oh, I'll put flower. Well, it's not going to show me flower because I didn't have a flower on it. I think it's going to show it. That's not right. All right. Because that is a lilac from my lilac bush. But we are going to try doing it as a leaf. Well, maybe we aren't. Anyway, that's what that is. Okay, it might be too blurry. On this one, the flowers only are safe. This is it. Japanese honeysuckle. I have a lot of this. It's invasive. Takes over. The crabs like the blossoms. Yeah, it's going to do it. It's got 4 o'clock, myrtle. It's not showing that it's honeysuckle. I think it's because it's wilted. We are going to do bark and wood lichens. So we're going to do this. All right, so I got a picture of it. Now we're going to go check mark. Let's try bark. Okay, it's saying a dragon lily. What's not? That's funny. It's bark. So, like I said, not great. It does not look like my picture, okay? That is lichens, shield lichens. And that is birch, white birch. And it is listed on my Etsy right now. This is, well, moss. I think it's haircat moss. Like I said previously, you need a microscope unless you've been doing it for a long time. All right, so we're going to go by other, okay? Yeah, it's saying it doesn't have, let's try leaf. It's saying it doesn't have no flower. Well, it doesn't. It's looking. Once you know what a true moss looks like, if you've held it and seen it, ordered it, you'll know what a true moss is. Okay, you will know. It just, they only look like a certain, they look the same. They have differences, but yeah, this is showing you some of the mosses. And it'll give you, it says the moss campion or champion. And then down below, it shows you some different mosses and lichens, but nothing specific, but it's showing you the different mosses. Mosses comes up first. But, all right. These are a little different, but they are true mosses. All right, check mark. Pick bark. Second one's cork. It's not cork. Mahogany, no. Sea grapes, no. Said it doesn't always. It is showing bark now. Yeah, it's actually seeing sycamore, but those aren't our sycamores here. Don't look like that. It's no. So it's oak. And I think it's, I'm not sure, but it's oak. Red oak, I believe, see. That's a guess. Thank you, everyone, for watching my talk on what is that plant. Well, I'm going to have a few more things for you to see, and some pictures of wild, wonderful West Virginia for your enjoyment. Everybody have a great time at CrabCon 2023, and thank you.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me, no one can guess what I came there to see. There's a sun in the sky, there's a cloud drifting by, all kinds of birds make you wish you could fly. And in the distance I see someone waving at me.